Hey there, Wetside Garden here, glad you stopped by. If you have been waiting for the soil to dry out enough to finally work it, this week is a pretty perfect window for getting your carrots in the ground. Carrots are notoriously finicky to start here, but if you can get them through the first 3 weeks, the rest is actually pretty easy. The thing about carrots west of the Cascades is that our spring weather is a bit of a double-edged sword. On one hand, the ground is finally hitting that 50-degree mark they like, but on the other hand, we are heading into a surprisingly dry stretch for late April. Looking at the forecast, we are starting today at 75 degrees, and it looks like we are climbing all the way to 85 by May 4th. With zero rain on the horizon for the next 8 days, your biggest hurdle is going to be moisture. Carrot seeds are tiny, and they sit very shallow, usually just a quarter to half an inch deep. In this kind of heat, the top layer of soil turns into a literal crust in about 4 hours. You'll probably want to give your seedbed a light misting every single day, maybe even twice if that 85-degree peak on Monday feels as hot as it sounds. If the soil surface dries out while the seed is trying to crack open, it is game over. One little trick people use in our maritime climate is covering the seeds with a thin layer of potting soil or sand instead of the heavy garden clay we usually have. It stays loose so those fragile little sprouts can actually poke through. You are going to need some patience though. In our cool spring soil, it usually takes 2 to 3 weeks before you see anything green. While you wait, you have to watch out for the local regulars. Slugs are the obvious one. They can mow down a whole row of brand new sprouts before you even realize they germinated. A little bit of iron phosphate bait around the perimeter usually does the job fine. The more annoying one on the wet side is the carrot rust fly. Those first generation adults are emerging right now, looking for a place to lay eggs near your carrot crowns. Honestly, the easiest way to deal with them is just to throw some floating row cover over the bed the day you plant. It keeps the flies out and actually helps hold that moisture in while the seeds are doing their thing. When it comes to varieties, our heavy soil can be tough on those long, skinny supermarket-style carrots. They hit a rock or a clay shelf and start forking. You're better off with something like a Scarlet Nance or a Chantenay. They are shorter and blunter, which helps them push through our dirt without bending into weird shapes. Once they get about 2 inches tall, you will see they are way too crowded. This is the part people skip, but thinning is actually a big deal. If you don't give them space, you just get a lot of beautiful green tops and no actual carrots. Just take a pair of scissors and snip the extras so they are about 3 inches apart. Snipping is better than pulling because it doesn't disturb the roots of the ones you are keeping. It feels like you are killing your progress, but it is the only way to get a harvest worth eating in July. Worth knowing. Carrots take a little more babysitting at the start than a pea or a potato, but having your own crunchier, sweeter roots later this summer makes that daily watering worth it. Thanks for watching. This channel is always evolving based on the questions you all have, so let me know in the comments if you are trying any specific varieties, or if the carrot rust fly has been an issue in your neighborhood before. The garden moves fast this time of year, and it is easy to miss a planting window, so I hope to see you back here tomorrow.